everybody, how are you doing? I know it's been a while since I've been doing a video. I've been busy doing other things and trying to figure out the next stages, the next step of my life. But today I wanted to share something that I feel like it's my responsibility to share this with you. I've never had any issues in my life with health. I've been blessed with that, with a good health. Most of my life I've been able to eat just about anything without really gaining weight. I've been really blessed with that too. But as soon as I turned 50, when my health started to change, my body started to change, and I didn't understand why. So I tried to figure it out. I went to see doctors, trying to educate myself. I bought some books. And there are a few things that I've learned and I wanted to share with you, especially something that I have experienced recently that just drives me crazy. I mean, it literally drives me nuts. I don't understand why these things happen nowadays and why the medical field doesn't take more responsibility towards people's health. It's unbelievable that things like that actually happen. You know, a lot of us, we rely on doctors to tell us what to do. We believe in them. We think that they've had the education to give us the right guidance, and most of them do. Absolutely, they have the great education, but I think they have very limited education. The allopathic medicine is, I think, so restricted. And then again, I'm not an expert. I'm just giving you my experience, and I think that's what a lot of people experience too. An example, I went to see my doctor, and I'm going to be very personal here. I went to see my gynecologist weeks ago. As I was experiencing some pains every night, I was experiencing some pain, thinking, okay, there's something to do with my feminine aspect, there's something to do with my ovaries. I'm constantly in pain, and that's not normal. You know, I am now close to menopause, and I know the body's changing, so of course I'm trying to figure things out because I don't want to live in pain. So I went to see my doctor and asked him, what's happening, and I don't understand. And he said, well, you know, you're still going through menopause, so everything is still working, so this is why you're having pain. I said, okay, but if I had pain once a month, I wouldn't understand, but I have pain all the time. Why is that? And here's the answer that I got, and that's not the first time. This is why I'm so alarmed here. It is the third time that I'm hearing this from 3 different doctors. Here's what they said. I don't know. Oh, really? Okay, you don't know. So what do we do to know? Having pain is not normal. We should not have pain. If there is pain, the body is trying to tell us something. So we need to listen. So I challenged my doctor. I said, okay, you don't know, so what do we do? Do we have to go do some tests? Do we have to go do blood tests or other type of tests or make sure that hormone levels are normal? So the first one said, sure, let's do that. So the first one we did, we checked on tests, but everything came back normal. So I went to see him and said, okay, everything is normal. What do we do? Well, I don't know. Or maybe you need to go and have a colonoscopy. Maybe it's something else. It's not related to gynecology. So I did that too. I went to have a colonoscopy, and everything happened to be completely normal. So I came back to him and said, okay, well, I don't have any problem with my columns. I don't have any problem from what you say with anything related to my ovaries or the pain that I'm experiencing is not related to my feminine side. So where do we go from here? And the answer I got is, I don't know, again. So I'm very frustrated. I was very frustrated, and I just don't understand, and I can't even fathom the fact that doctors would have the guts to tell their patients, I don't know. And then, it's okay not to know, but then offer a solution or refer to somebody else or try to help. But what they do is, they just wash their hands, I don't know, here, why don't you take this type of medication and see you later. So this time, my gynecologist told me, here we go, I'm going to give you some hormones. And it should fix everything, right? So it should fix the fact that you have pain, it should fix the fact that maybe you are bloated and you do water retention. It should also fix the fact that you're having some skin issues because everything is linked together. And I said, great, let's do that. I was actually not very favorable to taking hormones. I don't think it's natural, but I was open because I did not want to live in pain. So I said, okay, let's try hormones. So he gave me hormones. By the way, they were about $200. This is great. And it's another thing that drives me nuts, how pharmaceutical companies can get away with that. It costs them probably 9 cents to build and to create and to manufacture the medication, and yet they charge $200. I understand that there are some costs that they have to add to the original cost of the product, but 900%, I'm sorry, not okay. So there's again here a huge problem with pharmaceutical companies, but I'm not going to get there because that would be the subject of another video. Bottom line is, I go by the hormones and I start taking the hormones. So before I was just remind everyone here, before I started taking those hormones, for some reason, I had been gaining weight lately, and I didn't understand because I was hardly eating anything. I mean, I felt like each time I smelled some bread, walking by the grocery store, just smelling bread, I felt it was making me gain 5 pounds. I mean, it was just not even eating the bread, but it was just smelling the bread. I mean, I'm joking here, but I'm not really joking because this is what was happening in my body. I was not eating it. I was bloating and I was gaining weight, and I didn't understand it. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to go get hormones, and hopefully they'll fix that, right? That's what doctor said. This doctor said that I was not going to bloat anymore, that I was going to be digesting better, I would be sleeping better at night, that I would not be in pain anymore, and that my skin would not break out. By the way, I never had any skin issues during my teenage years, but I'm having them now, so this is great. So anyway, I go buy the hormones, I had insurance, so I pay about $150, right? My insurance is covering $50, same thing here. Why do we pay for insurance? It's so expensive, so we pay $500, $600, $1,000 for insurance, and then we go buy medication. They cover, what, 25-30% of the cost of medication? Okay, here's another subject for a video. I mean, this is something I absolutely don't get either. But bottom line, let's go back to my hormones. I start taking the hormones. Okay, one day I don't feel anything. Second day I feel like I'm going to throw up every 5 minutes. So I'm thinking, okay, let's just be patient here. Third day I keep taking the hormones, and now third day I feel like I'm bloating even more. So now I feel like I'm like a balloon, and I look at my body thinking, what is going on? So I look at myself in the mirror, and I'm thinking, okay, it must be the mirror that's having some issues. So I go and check out the mirror and thinking maybe the mirror is broken, but so I push the mirror a little bit, and it's not the mirror, it's my body that's just going wacko. I mean, literally bloating. So the water retention is double what it was. You know, my legs starts to bloat, my stomach starts to bloat. I look like I'm 6 months pregnant, and I feel like I'm gonna throw up. So, I mean, this is great, right? Hormones are working very well for me. I'm looking like a balloon. I cannot eat anything anymore because I don't digest anything anymore. I feel like shit, literally. My skin is not better, so I'm waiting. I'm being patient. The doctor said, be patient. So I'm listening to the doctor and I'm trying to be patient. So I wait. Day number 5, and it's getting so bad that now I'm exhausted. I want to throw up every minute. My skin is still breaking out. My stomach is so huge that I'm even ashamed of getting out of my home. And now I stop and I really start doing some research. So I look at the potential side effects of hormones. And here's what they say. So they say that specific hormone anyway says you may gain weight. A lot of people say, oh, you know, I've gained 8, 9, 10, 20 pounds. So I said, okay, great. This is not what the doctor said, by the way, when I asked him, is that going to make me gain weight? And his answer was, hormones don't make you gain weight. You will gain weight if you're feeling better because you eat. That's why you're going to gain weight. But hormones are not going to gain you weight. Bullshit. I ate nothing, and I started gaining weight, and my body was retaining water. So again, don't listen to doctors like that. I mean, some of them are good, but I'm just disgusted right now. So this is why I'm doing this video. So anyway, the other thing that the side effects were, they said that you were going to feel nauseous, that you may have vision issues, that you may experience some pain in your stomach. Anyway, everything that I had experienced before taking those hormones were amplified by 10. That's exactly what happened. So I didn't even call my doctor. I just made the decision to stop taking all of this because I realized this is not for me. So I started educating myself because I wanted to know what I can do to stop all of this and find a way to have my body look like a normal body, especially that I was not eating hardly anything, and feel good and just live a normal, healthy life. My God, I'm 55 years old now. I don't want to feel like I'm 95, ready to die. You know, I feel like there's so many things I still want to do. I feel like my life is just starting. I'm starting to do things I really wanted to do in my life. I need to be in a good shape. So anyway, so I did some research and I found this. This doctor is pretty amazing. So this is Dr. David Brownstein, and he's an MD, and in fact he started as a standard MD with using allopathic medicine. And himself, he says, he does a lot of videos and podcasts. He said that he was completely disgusted in the way his practice was becoming. He was told to use medication. Each time somebody came to see him, he had to give them medication. Of course, a lot of them are paid by pharmaceutical companies. They're making money off of their patients, and whether it works for the patients or not, really they don't care. All they have to do is just give him medication, see you later. So this is what he was doing, and he realized that the more medication he was giving his patients, the worse the patients were getting. So patients came back to find a fix to the symptoms that they were feeling from the medications they were taking. So he was forced to give more medication. So he was giving medications to fix the side effects of what the other medications were doing. I mean, this is just hilarious. So he reached a point where he said to himself, that's it. In his book, I love this book, you should read this book, by the way, and I'm not making any money off of this book. But in his book, he said that he was a medical doctor making good money, and his wife was pregnant with the second child, and he came to his wife and said, honey, I don't want to be a doctor anymore. And his wife looked at him and said, no, are you kidding me? Are you crazy? He said, yeah, because I'm not helping people. He wanted to help people. And he realized by just following the standard medication, the standard types of being a doctor, of medical practice, was just not working for him. He did not feel it was ethical. And yeah, it's not ethical. So he started to inform himself about natural ways of healing, and he did just that. This is why he created this book, Heal Your Leaky Gut. And by the way, leaky gut, it's something that's really caused by most modern health problems. It's an underlying cause of most modern health problems. And some doctors, they don't even want to hear about it. Some doctors are investigating this a lot more and finding so much information that changes people's lives. Most doctors, when you go see them, they don't really, and I'm going to put this one here. Most doctors, when you go see them, they don't want to know about you. They want you in and out in 5 minutes because that's the way it is. It is a factory. Let's take care of as many people as quickly as possible because this is how you make money, right? It's a society based on money, and they don't care about you as a human being. So the good doctors, the homeopathic doctors, the natural medicine doctors, they do take the time to get to know you, and they take the time to ask you questions because understanding what you're doing can help them find a way to solve whatever ailment or whatever challenges that you're having. So bottom line is, this doctor has educated himself in finding ways of fixing what people were experiencing by using diet and natural medication and not chemicals, and a certain way of life. And what's incredible is that doctors don't even ask you about the type of foods that you're eating. You know, depending on the stage of your life, depending on family history, genetics, when you experience certain things, it means that you have to change something in your diet. Something is not working very well. So in his book, I read that I should not eat any dairy, because dairies are going to make me bloat. Of course, I should stay away from all the breads because I don't digest them anymore. They're not good for me. I cannot use that. I have to reduce salt because salt creates water retention. I have to make sure that I take some magnesium, vitamin B6, because that helps also eliminate the water in your body and regulate the body. So whenever you feel something in your body, that means something's happening that's coming either from a lack of nutrients or from foods that you're ingurgitating, that you're eating on a regular basis that are not working for you, that are creating those ailments. So I've started doing this. I've started taking vitamin B6 and magnesium, making sure I drank a lot more water, stayed away from sugars, from salts, from breads, from any type of processed food. So I just ate literally what our ancestors were eating, you know, when this earth started. So it's basics, getting back to basics, getting back to anything that you would find in nature that's natural: fruits, vegetables, meat. Of course, I don't eat too much meat, but meat is important to have some of it, a little bit. Fish, anything that's natural that you would eat without having to process it. So I've started doing this. And guess what? Everything changed. I stopped taking the hormones. I just took my vitamin B6, my magnesium, drank a lot of water every day, ate as much food as I wanted, but just vegetables and healthy, natural foods. And then I started slimming down again. The pain started to go away. My skin started to clear. Everything started to get better. So I know this is a long video, but this is the point I wanted to make to all of you here. First thing is, don't take everything your doctor is telling you for granted. Challenge your doctor. If the doctor tells you this is what you have to do, ask why. Ask to have some analysis done, some blood tests done, because a lot of them, we don't even do that. They just give you something thinking everything is okay. I haven't had a blood test in more than a year now, and my doctor didn't even ask me to have a blood test. He just said, this is what you need, and he gave me something that made me even more sick. So that's not okay. So first thing, challenge your doctor. That's really important. Don't just take everything they say for granted. As a lot of them, they just don't care. They just give you something to get rid of you and make money off of you. That's all that matters to them. So challenge your doctor. Second thing, educate yourself. There's so much information on the web now that you can really find education that's going to make a huge difference in your life. See, I discovered Dr. Brownstein now about a month ago, and I bought his book and I was listening to his podcast, and I really understood a lot of things that I needed to understand in order to take care of myself and improve my lifestyle and find the energy again that I had lost. I mean, that made a huge difference. So challenge your doctor, educate yourself, and watch your diet. Yes, I know so many people tell you that, and I'm sure you're exhausted and you're just fed up of hearing the same thing. But most of the problems and most of the health problems that you are experiencing in your life come from what you eat. You know, you are what you eat. There's a book, in fact, that says that. It is a book title. You are what you eat. So make sure that what you put in your body is of good quality, and try things out. You know, if you reach a certain age and you cannot eat cheese or yogurts or any dairies, there's a reason. So take them out of your diet. And even if it's just for a certain amount of time, maybe it's not going to be like this forever. But I know for me, just canceling out anything that was dairy changed my life. I felt like I had more energy. I could sleep better. I mean, my overall health just improved 200%. It was just amazing. So try different things. If you're not well, there's a reason. Look at your diet and try different things. Take out some food that you're normally eating and try different new ones, and then see what works for you. But it may take a while to figure this out, but try it. All right? So I know I've been taking a long time to talk about this, but this is something that's really dear to my heart. The medical field is just disappointing to me. And again, I'm not putting everybody in the same boat here. Some doctors are great, but I feel from my experience that a lot of doctors, they just don't care anymore. They're just drawn by making money, and they don't care about their patients. And that's the truth. I have yet to find one amazing doctor, and I've had one in the past, but it's been now years that I haven't found a doctor that really truly cared about me, that sat down and spent time asking me questions and understanding who I was and what I was doing and my lifestyle and everything else, because this is really what would make a difference. Plus, this is something that people need nowadays. We need to be able to express themselves because a lot of them feel completely alienated and alone. But I hope this was helpful to you. Please leave me some comments. Please tell me, what it is that you are experiencing. I'm not a doctor, but I can guide you into finding information that can really, truly change your life for the better. Thank you so much for listening, and see you later. Bye-bye.